What is up, my homestead peeps? So it is sprinkling out here a little bit, and we are about to throw some starts that we started a few weeks ago out in the garden. Also some seeds as well. So come on, let's go. As you can see, we're a little bit on the rainy side up here in the mountains today. All right, you guys. So we are over here by the pumpkin and squash bed, and we are going to throw our sweet corn starts in with the pumpkin and squash because there was like a small little section of pumpkin and squash that didn't come up. So I was like, oh, perfect, I'll throw some corn in there. So that's what we're gonna do because pumpkin and squash and corn grow well together. All right, so I'm getting all my tools and all that fun stuff. If you notice my camera is like right up by my face, it's because my stand is not working that amazing, my camera stand. So we're winging it today. We're just selfieing it. So I have 10 little sweet corns here. Sorry, I can't talk. I don't know that I'm gonna be able to squeeze all 10 in this bed, so I'll put some in a different bed as well. So we'll probably be able to fit maybe six in this bed. So as you can see, these guys got a little bit root bound while they were growing, and that happens. So all I'm gonna do is just kind of loosen the roots a little bit, just kind of like wiggle the dirt and the roots in between my fingers, and then plop it in the hole I just dug in the ground. So we're just gonna loosen a little bit. It's okay if you're rough. Plants can handle it. And then we're just gonna, sorry, it's hard to do this with one hand. We're just gonna plop it in the ground. There's a better view. So we'll stand it up. Just get it in there good. And it has literally been doing nothing but raining for the past, oh my gosh, I don't know, a week and a half, and we're going to be going on 2 weeks, which is not necessarily a bad thing because usually Wyoming is an incredibly dry state. We're usually way more dry over here in the West. We always got wildfires going on. So this is actually good, but it isn't easy to get my stuff out in the garden when it's raining. I love digging in the garden and finding a worm. It's such a good sign. That means your soil is amazing. Every time you find a worm, you should be doing a happy dance. All right, so we're getting them in there. Who was the wardrobe coordinator on this shoot that I am wearing a white shirt right now? Like, why would I wear a white shirt gardening? What were you thinking? All right, so we were able to squeeze 8. So now I'll just find a spot in my other beds for the last 2. So yeah, we got our squash, our pumpkins, and a little bit of corn in these beds. Pretty sweet if you ask me. Now I'm going to show you a cool trick, something I did last year. I planted sunflower seeds in just randomly in the corners of a couple of my beds, and they attracted pollinators like nobody's business. They were pretty awesome. So that's something that's really a good idea to do. I mean, you don't have to do sunflowers, you know, just any kind of flower really. Sticking it in a corner of your veggie beds is a super amazing idea because it will attract pollinators. So something I'm actually going to do right now is throw some zucchini seeds in one of my beds. I want them to take up actually a whole bed because last year I just did, hang on, I gotta walk over by them. I did these little grow bags for my zucchini and they worked awesome, and we had a really good amount of zucchini, but I want more this year. Guys, I literally picked them up off of Amazon and they work awesome. But I want to put them in a bigger bed. So I'm going to stick them in a bed in a large grow bag so that I can get some more zucchini. So we're going to throw them in this bed and we're going to stick a sunflower in one of the corners too. So we're just going to make a few rows with our little tool here. Starting to sprinkle a little bit more. Alright, you like my colorful rain boots? Yeah, they're my gardening rain boots. So we're just gonna space them good. We're gonna space them decent. There, we got them all in. Now we gotta cover them up. Alright, done. See, that's the thing about gardening, you guys. It's not that hard. People always think it's so hard, but you just have to experiment. That's what it's about. It's about trial and error. It's about experimenting. You know, I grew up in the Midwest. So out here in Wyoming, which is the West, it's a brand new gardening zone for me. I'm not used to it. I make mistakes and I learn from them and I just keep moving forward. That's what you do in gardening and in life. All right, here is our sunflower seeds. So we're gonna throw one in the corner of our zucchini bed and one in the corner of our squash and now corn bed. What up, Miss Sophie? Sophie, what are you doing? What are you doing? All right, so we're gonna try doing two in case one doesn't grow, but if they both grow, well, then we got two. So we're just gonna do finger poke holes, and let's see if my muddy gloves can grab these. There we go. There. In. So we're gonna plant the same thing. We're gonna plant the sunflowers over here as well. I'm gonna do them towards the back, so that way if they get really huge, I can put them on this pallet that I kind of put behind the garden. I plan on hanging some baskets off of it, not super heavy ones, just little herb ones, but I figured I could help the sunflowers stand up too if I need to. So I want to show you guys something. My husband just built me this the other day. Now I know it looks kind of messy, but it was literally just a wooden frame, and with our broken greenhouse plastic, we stapled it on there. So it's a mini greenhouse essentially. Now this year I'm going to be kind of bad. I didn't plant my tomato seeds. Last year I planted them in cups and let them grow like a whole bunch, and then I put them out in the garden. But I'm going to see if I can't have this little mini greenhouse live over this one bed here, and I'm going to plant my tomatoes just directly out in the garden, direct sow them. I will let you know how it goes, because we do have chillier nights here even in the summer. Like we're up in the mountains, so we get down into the 50s at night, middle 50s when it's like the hotter months, you know, July, August. And tomatoes love warm weather. So even last year, even though I did my tomatoes inside, it took them a minute to decide to fruit. So we'll see. We'll see how it does. I may or may not end up with a good harvest this year for tomatoes. But I am going to have my husband make me at least one more of these. So if you guys want a video of him doing that, because it was super, super, super easy. Like, this is just wood and plastic. That's it. And obviously screws and staples too, but it was not that hard. It took him like, I don't know, a couple hours, and then he was done. And it's a mini greenhouse, so that's pretty cool if you ask me. So if you want, I can post a video about it. All right, my Homestead peeps, I am going to end this video for the day, but I will post some more shorts of me throwing some more seeds in and showing you how to do it in some quick videos. A hummingbird literally just buzzed past my head. Honestly, I've never lived anywhere where the hummingbirds were as crazy as they are here. We barely saw hummingbirds where we lived in the Midwest, but now they're here all the time and they're kind of crazy. But yeah, so I will post some shorts for you, more seed starting shorts, maybe a couple busy videos, and I will catch you later. All right, see you guys. Keep gardening.